Two Tagpros in D. One
Okay.
boosting mid.
Shit.
That's a cap.
Come on, you gotta bomb me or something. Don't just.
I was fuck.
GriefSeeds started his Major League Tagpro career in Season 6. As a rookie, he had the 10D gasp, leading in returns and third in prevent. While his team failed to make playoffs, he was voted third in Defensive Player of the Season and third in Best Individual Defensive Performance. All of this in his rookie season shocked the league and showed what was possible when playing an extremely aggressive yet calculated style of defense. GriefSeeds was able to always think of and predict the opponent's next move, essentially forcing them to juke straight into him. Many top players, such as TPR and JJ Poole, thought that GriefSeeds' style of defense was too selfish and that he could never win playing on the highest level like that. But it was that few had played defense this effectively, let alone pulled those kind of stat lines in their rookie season. Season 7, however, took a drastic turn. An explanation for his extremely accurately aggressive playstyle, GriefSeeds was thought by many to be using a bot during his Major League Tagpro games. This script was supposed to allow him to toggle on and off to match the opponent's flag carrier's key presses. GriefSeeds was able to solo return players like no other player in the game. Time and time again, the best attackers in the game were not able to get by GriefSeeds in the open field, as he perfectly read their every move. Analyzing clips of these returns, many, including CRC members, thought of GriefSeeds to be using a hidden botting script. In Season 7, GriefSeeds, along with two other players, were handed out lifetime bans from MLTP. All of these players were banned for cheating. Although the developers had no concrete proof that GriefSeeds was scripting, the CRC felt that due to his insane stat lines and by analyzing his returns frame by frame, that they needed to protect the integrity of their league by permanently banning him. In Week 4 of that season, the captains voted to allow GriefSeeds to play for that week only. A vote was then made by the captains to allow GriefSeeds to play for the rest of the season. This vote, however, failed, and many captains abstained. Due to the lack of communications from the developers towards the commissioners decided to release all of the information and recordings that they had of GriefSeeds to the captains. A final veto vote was called to reinstate GriefSeeds, which in the end failed, and GriefSeeds was to remain banned. It's been said that certain captains voted to keep GriefSeeds banned and out of the league just because they wanted a competitive advantage. That is how good he was. Later, during Season 7, the captains held another veto vote. They agreed that a lifetime ban was much too harsh, and they voted to have GriefSeeds unbanned after the Season 7 Super Bowl. This left spectators and the league waiting to see what would happen in Season 8. Some thought he would fall apart without his return script, while others looked forward to seeing the possibility of defensive Tagpro being played like no one had ever played it, with all of the scripting drama behind them. Season 8 saw GriefSeeds absolutely tear the league apart and win the Super Bowl. He had the 10D gasp, the 10T gasp, the 10D niche, and 10T niche. He won Best Defensive Ball, Most Valuable Ball, and Best Individual Performance. He also broke Swingman's record of most returns, which had been held since Season 1, with a whopping 737 returns. In Season 9, GriefSeeds dropped himself from the team that he captained due to lag issues that many players were having with a newly updated Radius server. This was thought by many to be the end of the GriefSeeds era, but they were wrong. Returning in Season 10, GriefSeeds had an arguably even more dominant season than Season 8. While he did not win the Super Bowl, he, again, won Best Defensive Ball, Most Valuable Ball, and Best Individual Performance. He also broke his Season 8 record of most returns in a season of 737 with 881 returns, which, when normalized to a 400-minute season, is, to this day, 122 more returns than the current second place. GriefSeeds retired after his dominating Season 10 performance. In 2017, he was named to the Ball of Fame with a 100% vote as a part of the 10th class to be inducted to the Ball of Fame. Today, the majority of the community have come to the conclusion that GriefSeeds did not use a botting script in competitive games. There are, however, still those who strongly believe that he did. What we all know, for sure, is that we are unlikely to ever come across another defender of his caliber.
Hopefully you enjoyed what has been the first episode of the infamous Tagpro Players series. Did we miss anything? Is there someone that you think belongs in an episode? Please let us know in the Reddit comments. Link to that is below the video. Thank you for watching!